We begin the season of Lent in humility, closer to the ground, with the ashes, to remind ourselves of our mortality. Because once we are aware of our mortality, we will have the right perspective on life. Right understanding about this life and the meaning of this life, where we are coming from and where we are going, who God is and who we are. So when we have that sense of mortality, you have this right picture about God and ourselves and about life. Yesterday I spoke about one existential truth, that in life we are on our own. You and me. We may have the best friends in the world, the best husband, best wife, best children, best parents, but ultimately, in life, you and me, we are on our own. The best one is lying beside you in bed, but you are on your own. Because nobody can get into your mind. So everything happens in the mind. Your peace, your joy, your understanding of the meaning of life, everything happens here. So once I get this right, everything will go well. That's what the Lord says. Don't make your spiritual life a show. Don't put anything on a parade. It won't help you. It won't make any sense to. Because ultimately, your life is between you and God. Ultimately. We live in a community, we are a human family, but ultimately, spiritual life is something between God and me. Not anything for public consumption. I should not bother what others think about me or say about me or speak about me. No, it doesn't matter. My prayer life, my spiritual life, everything is ultimately a celebration, a communion of myself with God. It may happen we traditionally focus too much on fasting and penances and giving up the chocolates and those things. Are they that important? I don't think so. Why the Lord is speaking about this fasting and prayer and giving alms and helping others? To take our focus away from ourselves. In prayer, in fasting, in helping others, or thinking of us, in all that we are taking the focus away from ourselves. This life is not just about you. So may I say, Lent is not the time to pummel your poor body. In the words of Saint Francis of Assisi, your body is a poor donkey. Don't torture him. Don't torture him. Because he is not the one at fault. What is at fault is up here in the head. So get your mind right. Then everything else will happen. No addiction to food, no addiction to anything. You will have the right perspective when your mind is in the right place. Who God is, who I am. Then prayer comes naturally. Prayer comes naturally. You don't need prayer books. When you know who God is and who I am, and about my mortality, prayer comes naturally, without any book. You can pray anywhere and everywhere. And fasting may come naturally. You forget about food. You tend to forget about food. Helping others, that comes naturally. You take your mind away from yourself and you think of who is beside me. Your husband, your wife, she is in need. The one in need is in my own house, not far away in Africa or India. Oh, in my own house. Oh, my charity for the one sitting beside me. To close, Lent is a time to contemplate the cross and look at our own life in the light of the cross and in the light that comes from the empty tomb.